Good morning, everyone. This is 𝗙𝗲𝗀𝗵𝗶𝗀𝗂𝗏 𝗀𝗲𝗂𝗏, and I am reporting live in Livingstone, Zambia. I'm in the tourist capital for one specific mission, which is safety. And today is a very special day for the folks at Zambia Sugar, who are the headline sponsors for the 2024 edition of the AfriSAFE Congress. The Africa Safety Congress originated a couple of years ago, and in its 6th edition, Zambia Sugar has teamed up with the folks at AfriSAFE to bring to you a discourse around safety in industry. This morning, I will be having an interview with the CEO of Zambia Sugar, Mr. Oswald Magwenzi, who is super excited to be hosting this on Zambian soil. This is the first time this Congress is actually being held in Zambia. As Financial Insight, we're super excited to be covering this event. We do understand that the Minister of Tourism will actually be here to officially launch this particular two-day event. Essentially, delegates of this particular event will be thrilled to know that, that the program is super packed with everything from panel discussions, as well as keynote speeches, as well as the grand finale, which is the AfriSAFE Awards, which will be taking place tomorrow evening. So stay tuned on all our platforms for insights from this particular event. This is 𝗙𝗲𝗀𝗵𝗶𝗀𝗂𝗏 in Livingstone. Get to know.
My name is Kamiza Chikula, and I'm at the Radisson Blu Mosothunya in Livingstone for the first ever in Zambia Africa Safety Convention. It's been going on for a couple of years, and it is the premier meeting for health, safety, sustainability, and environment. But this is the first time it's come to Zambia, and it's an honor and a privilege to be the first hosts of this conference outside of Nigeria. Now, what people can expect is a meeting of the greatest minds in health and safety and the professionals in their fields of endeavor. These are people who ensure that safety is a priority in their organizations. The mindset, aside from people being in an environment where they work well, it should be an environment where they feel safe and they know that after a hard day's work, they'll still be able to go to their families and return to them and return to work, knowing full well that someone has taken the time to invest in their safety and their security. It's going to be subject matter experts speaking panels, keynote addresses, and when all is said and done, the greatest minds around the continent will have gathered, and we will be celebrating the very best of the best in health, safety, sustainability, and environment. This is the place to be.
Hi everyone, it's 𝗙𝗲𝗀𝗶𝗀𝗂𝗏, and I am excited to be in Livingstone, Zambia for another exciting event coverage on behalf of our friends at Zambia Sugar. This year, Zambia is the host country for the Africa Safety Congress, and with me to tell me about why Zambia Sugar is taking a part in this event is the CEO, Mr. Oswald Magwenzi. Oswald, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm great, I'm great. Also, this morning is something special. Safety obviously is something that is very, very key for Zambia Sugar, but just tell us a bit about what the rationale was for your company taking part and being headline sponsor for this event.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Safety is our #1 priority at Zambia Sugar. The reason we associate ourselves with safety is we are in the food business, and the first and most important quality of a food product is that it must be safe. Our mission at Zambia Sugar is to make food that is of high quality, that is abundant, available, affordable, and safe. So that's why we associate ourselves with safety. But we also want to make sure that people know that that safe product that they are consuming is also made safely without harming people.
Absolutely. Now, this event is obviously very significant. We do understand that last year in 2023, you took part, and I believe the event was in Nigeria. This year, Zambia gets an opportunity to actually host it. Why was it so important for Zambia Sugar to be headline sponsor for this particular event?
Yeah, it's because we are trying to associate our White Spoon brand, as I said, with safety. So we saw this as an opportunity to showcase the work that we are doing in safety, but also is part of our social responsibility to do more than just sugar. It's to spread the message that safety is a core value. We need it in the workplaces, we need it in our homes, we need it in our schools, and we need it on our roads. So safety is a cross-cutting value for all of us. And when we participate at Zambia Sugar, we are actually making a contribution more broadly to the whole country and to the continent at large.
Absolutely. And then finally, we do understand that there'll be several panel discussions that you're going to, watching and being a part of. What is going to be part of your key message around safety from Zambia Sugar?
So our key message is basically that we need to have a vision where there's zero harm to people in our workplaces. And we'll be sharing some of the work that we've done to embark on a journey. Safety is always a journey. It's not something that is an event that you just do and it happens tomorrow. So we'll be sharing the journey that we've been on towards our zero harm vision. That will be our main theme.
All right, and then maybe finally, you are hosting this event in Livingstone. Any special message to the delegates who are coming to Zambia for the first time? Because we know that, Honorable Sikumba, the Minister of Tourism, will be here, and you'll be very excited to welcome them.
As I promised AfriSAFE in Nigeria last year, Zambia is a peaceful and beautiful country, and Livingstone is one of our gemstones in terms of beauty and everything that it offers. So we welcome all those who are coming from the continent and hope that they will have a great time in Livingstone. It's also the place where we have the seventh wonder of the world, Victoria Falls. So I'm sure that people will enjoy that too.
Absolutely. No, Mr. Oswald, we look forward to covering you, and we wish you all the best in this two-day event.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Thank you. This has been 𝗲𝗲𝗶𝗵𝗵𝗵𝗵 for Financial Insights. Stay tuned for more insights from AfriSAFE 2024 right here in Livingstone on all our platforms. Get to know. Hello everyone, and welcome to our continued coverage of the AfriSAFE 2024 event that's taking place in Livingstone, Zambia. This is 𝗲𝗲𝗶𝗵𝗵𝗵𝗵 Secunda, and I have two special guests with me who are key delegates, high-profile delegates at this particular event. With me is the Honorable Minister of Tourism, Honorable Rodney Sikumba, who is the guest of honor at this particular event. Honorable Minister, how are you?
I'm well, thank you, 𝗲𝗲𝗶𝗵𝗵𝗵. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. And also we've got Mr. Oswald Magwenzi, who is Zambia Sugar's CEO, who are the headline sponsors. Oswald, how are you?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
Absolutely. So we'll get straight into it. Honorable Minister, you just gave a wonderful speech at the opening ceremony right here in Livingstone. First of all, just tell us how and why would the Ministry of Tourism be supportive of such an event?
Well, I think first of all, we're very delighted as Zambia to host the 6th edition of the AfriSAFE Congress. It just speaks to what we've been trying to achieve as a country, where we want to make Zambia as that MICE destination, meetings, incentives, conferences, and exhibitions. And we're very delighted to note that at the center of having this particular event here was one person who stood up in Lagos last year, sometime last year when the AfriSAFE Congress was happening. And obviously they opted to have Zambia as the next host of this particular event. Now, to quickly answer your question, why Minister of Tourism?
I think we've got very risky activities that we do in our ministry, and especially here, my hometown, Livingstone. We're talking about adrenaline activities such as bungee jumping, goat swing, zip line, helicopter, swimming under the spray, an activity which I did not so long ago. I'm not sure what I was doing, but yeah, I did it and I survived. But then again, I think it's important to actually look at all these safety requirements that are required for us to actually sell the product and be for one of our tourists or visitors themselves to know that this activity is actually very, very safe. But more so to just thank my colleague Minister of Labour and Social Security, Honourable Brenda Tambatamba, for having championed this particular event to happen here. Within the framework of Labour, we're talking about social security. Social security speaks to issues to do with safety, and we're very delighted that our headline sponsor, Zambia Sugar, a company that has been in existence in our country for the last 60 years, has been very, very instrumental to supporting this particular Congress that we're holding here today in Livingstone. And obviously, as the area member of Parliament for Livingstone, I thought it was just duty-bound of me to be part of this particular celebration. And I do realize that with Zambia hosting this particular event, and the number of international delegates who have come through, I can tell you now, Mpho, that 60 to 70% of the delegates who are sitting in this room are actually first-timers in Zambia. The bulk of them actually coming from Nigeria and other countries. Again, an opportunity for us to sell the sights and scenes of what Zambia can offer and what Zambia is all about. So as Minister of Tourism, we're very delighted and we're looking forward to having successful events such as this one in the next coming years.
Absolutely. Now, Mr. Magwenzi, you know, your company is headline sponsor at this year's event. And as the Minister has indicated that, you know, you obviously inspired, the coming of this conference to Zambia. From your position as Zambia Sugar, you know, who is undoubtedly a leader in safety, why was it so important to actually have the minister, or rather the government, support this endeavor?
So we always see ourselves as Zambia Sugar as a partner to the government. We obviously start our work by looking at what the government is focusing on. And we do know that safety is a very important aspect that the Ministry of Labour and Social Security is driving, but also us as a company. The White Spoon brand is about safety. Every time you take your sugar, you need to know that it's safe, but we are extending that to saying you need to also know that it was made safely, which means that the people who actually make the food that you eat are safe themselves. So the reason why we need to partner with government is because these are national issues, because we're a company, we're a national brand, so we cover the whole country. And it's fitting that when we have events like this, we partner with the government. So that's the reason why we decided to partner with the Ministry of Labour and the Ministry of Tourism. Tourism, because a lot of the people, when we met them in Nigeria, were going to come to Zambia for the first time. So we saw that as an opportunity to promote the country and what Zambia offers, the peace and security, the safety. When you're here, you don't think about being unsafe. So we felt that it was important that we promote the country from that perspective.
Welcome to AfriSAFE Convention 2024, coming live at you from the beautiful city of Livingstone, here at the Radisson Blu. My name is Adedayo, all the way from Nigeria, bringing you all the love and warmth of Lagos. And it's all about the conversation, the insights, all of the, incredible learning experiences from the distinguished individuals that will be here today. It's packed, it's loaded, it's everything we want to know about health and safety as we journey through it in Africa. Don't miss out and be part of the conversation. I hope you're practicing HSE everywhere. I don't mean at work alone. Work, home, everywhere you go. It's time to put it to action. See you in a moment.
Hi everyone, welcome to another exciting event coverage on day 2 of the AfriSAFE Congress. My name is 𝗙𝗲𝗶𝗵𝗵𝗵𝗁 𝗙𝗲𝗁 and I have been in Livingston for the last 2 days with the safety community. AfriSAFE on day 1 held a congress which was basically a conference that featured keynote speeches as well as panel discussions. Today, however, the delegates will let loose and attend a gala dinner where there will be an award ceremony that will be taking place. So we encourage all our followers to continue to follow our platforms and get to learn more about safety. I for sure have learned so much about safety and how it contributes to the bottom line. So stay tuned for more insights as always and get to know. Hi everyone, we're back again and it's day 2 at Avani for the AfriSAFE Congress, and with me is none other than the president of AfriSAFE, Nthabiseng. Ntabi, how are you?
I'm excellent. How are you?
I'm doing great. Sorry, yesterday we kept missing you because you were so busy. High-level dignitaries, the Minister of Tourism. You also had the CEO of Zambia Sugar. But before I get into deep questions, just tell us about yourself and your role with the Congress.
Well, thank you for having me. As you said, yesterday was hectic, beautifully hectic. My name is Nthabiseng Mmusi. I am the president of AfriSAFE. I am originally from Botswana, and that is where I reside. And being in Zambia it's just beautiful. A little bit about yesterday. The Congress was amazing. The feedback that we got from the people, tops. The 3 panel discussions that we had. I'm glad that the people that we had picked, to be the panelists as well as the moderators, were experts in the subjects that they were talking about. And yeah, it's just been amazing. The MCs, both from, one is from Zambia, the other one is from Nigeria. So you see, when we talk about collaboration beyond borders for a safe and sustainable Africa, we mean exactly that, because we're not just talking it, but we are walking it and we are acting it. You see it in action.
Absolutely. And Ntabi, what was also quite amazing yesterday, like you mentioned, was the 3 high-level panel discussions. What was the rationale behind how you're going to craft it? Because remember, this was your first event outside Nigeria, your 6th edition. What was the thinking around that?
Well, last year we were in Nigeria, and we had been in Nigeria for 5 years. And in 2022, we had Frank, who's now the VP, the Vice President of AfriSAFE. He had won an award. Zambia Sugar in 2022 had also won an award. And, when they came last year, Mr. Oswald, bless his heart, Magwenzi, when he was giving his speech and just leaving safety at his level, making time to just come and speak to people about how health and safety is of paramount importance, to him, to the organization, and to the world at large. We figured this is the time. Now is the time we go beyond, East Africa and come down here. Also, at first I thought it was an idea. So last year we did come here. It was beginning of December, I believe, and we had a press conference around that. The Ministry of Tourism had given us, people to take us around Livingston, to take us around Lusaka. And then when we had the press conference, imagine both ministers, Brenda Tambatamba and Mr. Sikumba, they came out for the press conference, took some time from their busy schedule, so come and just talk about health and safety with people that they had never met. The reception we received were like, no, this is the place where we need to be. Being a first outside Nigeria, it could have gone either way. It could have gone wrong or it could have gone extremely good. And then it was really good. Like from the get-go, the reception we received from Zambia, we were like, no, this is it.
I'm going to be talking about the Zambia Sugar safety journey and what has enabled it, the role of leadership in the safety journey. Because without leadership, in most cases, safety doesn't happen the way we would like it to happen.
Today, we gather in celebration of an important milestone, not just for industry, but for every fabric of our communities across this beautiful continent of Africa. Allow me to just observe what I like to always share, because I believe this event is anchored therein. We were singing the national anthem for Zambia here. Free men we stand under the flag of our land, and we talk about freedom and unity. And I was wishing that perhaps one day, now that Zambia is 60 years plus enjoying independence, that one day we'll also add freedom and safety to be put in there. And safety to be there. One day, it's a matter of public debate, because it's very important. And I want to observe that, survival is our first freedom. Survival is our first freedom, and that is the reason why I know you leave critical tasks, functions, jobs that you have to do at your various workplaces around around Africa and the globe to come here, because we must survive. We must survive. Each one of you here represents a beacon of commitment, passion, and unwavering courage. We therefore honor the captains of industry, health and safety professionals, mental health advocates, advocacy groups, organizations and institutions who have dedicated their lives to championing the fundamental principles of occupational safety and health, mental health and well-being, and indeed environmental sustainability.
Hello everyone, it's 𝗲𝗲𝗀𝗵𝗵𝗵𝗵𝗁 again on the sidelines of the AfriSAFE Gala Dinner Awards, and I have the esteemed pleasure of being joined by the Honorable Minister of Labour, Honorable Madam Brenda Tambatamba. Madam, how are you?
Very well, thank you.
Yes,
good to be here in Livingstone at AfriSAFE.
Absolutely, absolutely. So it's such a pleasure to speak to you just after, two back-to-back speeches. You gave a very comprehensive speech that obviously showcases, how government is positioned. But just tell us from a personal perspective why events such as this are dear to you and your ministry, and how bringing on board private sector such as Zambia Sugar is so important for, for the goals of safety to be achieved.
We are talking about human capital and how central it is to productivity, profitability, prosperity, and everything that we aspire for. If you do not, just within these grounds, there's another event where there's awards for human resource practitioners, and the two events are actually very much related, interrelated, if not one and the same. A good practitioner for human resource management must pay attention, must have tools for ensuring that the workers are safe, first and foremost safe and healthy. Otherwise, everything else comes to naught. And so we are in a dispensation for Zambia. Any other dispensation, I must say, but in this moment where we're talking about economic transformation and job creation, human and social development, and all other pillars that we have to bring back, to turn around our fortunes, to bring back Zambia to what it was many, many years ago, especially post-independence through the 80s, the Zambia we knew and beyond, and of course combining with Vision 2030, for prospering our nation. We cannot achieve any of that if we do not preserve our human capital. And when I say preserve, it's that health and safety, or it's that safety and health. I was very proud to see, and I've been for a few times I've interacted with Zambia Sugar to see what they are doing. And I know there are other members of the industry that are doing a good job, but yet there's many, many others, the upcoming, the young enterprises, the developing ones, who still needs that urgent attention. And of course, even where we have done very well, we have to refine our success to zero now to ensure that there's zero fatality. That we can also afford to say and target ourselves to zero injury, LTI. And I know the experts in this industry will speak about how they have to lay out these strategies and how they relate to profitability and all those elements, key factors that must be factored into ensuring that we achieve this Vision Zero. So we, as a ministry, are looking out for all sorts of partnerships all over the show, and we appreciate the organizers of this AfriSAFE event that has taken place, memorable 60 years after. For the first time, we are hosting this after Nigeria. We are very proud of all the players and the key sponsors, and we want to say thank you to Zambia Sugar Company for not only taking a lead in supporting, but supporting financially sponsoring this event together with other sponsors. But we also appreciate your leadership to stand tall on the platform and share how you have crafted the art, the science of delivering towards Vision Zero.
And Mr. Magwenzi, CEO of Zambia Sugar, does it warm your heart that you have the full backing of the Ministry of Labour? And what was a quick take in terms of your, the speech she gave? Does that reassure that you and your team are on the right path and are aligned with government policy?
Yes, as I said in my presentation, we are working towards total compliance in terms of everything that we have to cover. As Zambia Sugar, we pride ourselves as a responsible corporate citizen, and we work with all the different government departments in the area of safety and employees, obviously with the Honourable Minister of Labour and Social Security, and she's very supportive. I did say in my speech there that she's very approachable. We always ask her to join these events, and I think the message that she gave us, which is we don't want to have injuries, we don't want to have fatalities, and we want our employees to be productive and contribute to the prosperity of Zambia, is something that resonates with our safety vision and us making safety a strategic priority.
Absolutely. No, thank you so much. Honourable Minister, it's been such a pleasure. We look forward to engaging with you at your recently announced event next month as well.
So, thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you.
Right.
There you have it. It's been Financial Insight with the Minister of Labour and the CEO of Zambia Sugar. Stay tuned for more insights and get to know.